Welcome back. 7:43 now. A Southwest Florida man died from a brain-eating amoeba after using tap water during sinus rinses. The Department of Health in Charlotte County is telling people in that area that this infection is rare and can only happen when water contaminated with the amoeba enters through the nose. The CDC says this is the first case ever in Florida where a person was infected through tap water. And joining us right now is Steve Smelsky, and you lost your son Jordan to a brain-eating amoeba. First of all, thank you for being here with us this morning. It has been 9 years now, right?
Almost 9.
It's hard to believe it's been so long, but I'm sure in your mind it feels fresh every single day.
It does.
Yeah. When stories like this appear in the headlines, I'm sure for you it resurfaces all the things that happened to Jordan. Can you take us back to sort of the first signs and symptoms? You guys were on vacation in Costa Rica, right?
We were.
Yeah.
And Jordan and I spent one day in the pool. Out of the 9 days on vacation, he only swam once and got water up his nose going down a water slide. And it was hot spring water, wasn't chlorinated. The amoeba was in the pool that day. And starting the next morning, the headaches started. And they lasted until we got home 3.5 days later.
When you finally got to a hospital, what were some of the things that they were checking for? Because this is common, right, that they start checking for different things.
And they are. So we swam on a Tuesday. We came home Friday evening. He still didn't feel good Friday night. And when he went to bed Saturday night, he started vomiting shortly after going to bed. And he was up all night. So Shelly and I switched off on it. And we said if he wasn't better by morning, we were taking him to the emergency room, and we did. And by Saturday night, he complained of a stiff neck, which is a sign of meningitis. So they asked us if we would give permission to do a lumbar puncture, and we gave it to him. And that first sample, they didn't see anything, so they started treating him for viral meningitis. They were testing for bacterial meningitis, but that takes 72 hours to show up, and he got worse. And he had hallucinations on Monday night, and then he didn't know us. He had a seizure, and he never woke up after that.
What we now know, right, about being diagnosed, if you have an amoeba, is that it has to be almost virtually right away, right? Tell me about some of the changes that have been made in modern medicine since Jordan passed.
When Jordan passed on July 2nd, 2014, there'd only been 3 survivors. And it was almost always fatal. Outside of the U.S., there had only been 1 other survivor. You have to catch it early, and it looks like the flu when it starts out, and then they start vomiting, and then it looks like viral or bacterial meningitis. Usually by the time the healthcare professionals realize that's not what it is, it's too late to treat.
Right. But now there is a test available, and it is in a lot of Florida hospitals. How reassuring or helpful was that to you to know that that will help other people going forward?
It's what we've been trying to do for years since Jordan passed, because there was no test when Jordan went in. The CDC has a test, and that's the test that they confirm all the U.S. cases. There were a couple other hospitals that were certified to do the test. Advent Health last fall came up with a test for all 3 free-living amoebas: Naegleria fowleri, Balamuthia, and acanthamoeba. So this is the first time that test has ever been available, and it's a game changer because you can't treat what you don't know they have.
Amen. You and I had a talk in the commercial break about this particular case, the one down in Charlotte County, and you were talking about how it could potentially happen. You said there were 2 cases from tap water in Louisiana, is that right? Versus the first one in Florida. Were you shocked to hear this? And kind of give us a little bit of your knowledge about how this could happen.
So if you have a private well, your water's not chlorinated. Chlorine is the only thing known to kill it in the environment. It actually feeds on bacteria, so we don't know why it attacks the brain cells and when it gets into the nasal cavity. In other countries that aren't chlorinated for public water supplies, there's many cases. So there's a whole science behind chlorination of public water supply, biofilm, which develops inside of the pipes over time. And the amoeba can actually get behind the biofilm, and then the chlorine doesn't kill it. So we've done we funded research with Virginia Commonwealth University and Dr. Melissa Jamerson and Dr. Francine Marciano Cabral, and we found that it can survive into up to 120.5 degrees Fahrenheit for up to an hour, which means most people's hot water heater, because most set it at 120 so kids don't get scalded.
Wow. It's really scary. So changes still need to be made.
Yes.
We so appreciate you coming on and sharing your story, Steve. And if you would share with our viewers your foundation, so if they would like to help.
Sure. I'm with the Jordan Smolsky Foundation. Our website is jordansmolskyfoundation.org, and we're on Facebook as well. And we post updates on the research and the different things that we're doing.
Thank you so much for all you do. And Jordan,
thank you.
be so proud. Thank you so much, Steve, for being with us this morning.